Hola, Screws. I'd like to share an outgoing swap with y'all. This is the Back to Hogwarts swap hosted by Lacy. Hi. This was a make one, get one. So I made two, made one for Lacy as well. And yeah, so I made this kind of like a little book that has the paper from the map. It was a, what's it called? Something I found on Etsy, this kit, and then it had some cute like figures and stuff, but I could not for the life of me figure out how to resize them. And if when I did, like, I even got new apps and stuff, like the resized images were blurrier than the regular. I was just like, I'm done, I'm not gonna use the images anyway. So I just I made all of the covers and all of the mattings, whatever, what's it called, shakers. And then I just added these little this key, and then each one of these kind of represents a house, kind of, sort of. This is kind of like Gryffindor and Hufflepuff together, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, and this is Hedwig. We love Hedwig. And then I was gonna put stuff in here, but nothing fit, like, because when you close it, it's like, so yeah, you can reuse this, and whoever gets this can reuse it and tuck stuff in there. And then so they're different like categories, so we can, you know, make stuff with. So one of them I believe was books, so I did this die, I believe it's KH Craft die set, and then I used the words, I'm not sure if they're Scrap Diva or KH Craft. I just didn't use the shadow on the back, so it's spells, cursed, and potions. And then I added, so this is, I did it per house, so this is Gryffindor, so well, actually it's Gryffindor and Hufflepuff. So I did 4 different sequence mixes, so half of it is Gryffindor, half of it is Hufflepuff, and their kind of accent metal is gold. And then the next one is Ravenclaw and Slytherin, because their accent color is silver, and then it has charms and spiders and stuff. And then we had to do a banner for our house, period, banner or whatever. So I did pennants, but I did one for each house, because when I took the quiz many moons ago, I was taking the quiz and I was like I'm very much answering like a Gryffindor, but I could see myself, I could tell the answers that were more Ravenclaw coded, and I was like, if I was in a more, you know, intellectual whatever mood, I would totally lean Ravenclaw. But in that moment I was a little sassy, little, so I was, you know what, I got Gryffindor, so I'm like, but I'm a Gryffindor, really, based on the quiz and how I saw it going. Anyway, so they're just the little KH Craft ones, and I just put a letter for each house: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. And then this bag right here has my 4 mixes in it. It's just attached with repositionable, yes, glue dots. And so there's Ravenclaw, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, and I just put them in the little vials. I had to use that bag. I purchased it like a year or two ago, and I'm like, I have to use them. And then so for beaded things, I did one for each house. So like the only thing that would fit in here was this is a book marker, and it's like a Slytherin themed one. And then here's a pin that's more Ravenclaw coated. And then in here, this is a little chest I made. I ran out of I have these flat backs that are in 3 different sizes. So we have like this size, and this size, and I ran out of this size, so I couldn't do the side. So Lacy, you're getting this one. It's not quite complete. The other one I did for my swap partner, there's this on the side. I don't know if I did the back side on theirs, but anyway, yeah, I have my little stamp thing there. Thank you, nothing. And then right here, just Velcroed. I should have doubled up this paper. Oh no, it's not Velcro, it's a magnet. But anyway, so I made it like this with the lid. It's hard to open because I put this, whatever this is, the binding, on the inside and outside, and but I put this here so that the lid doesn't fall into the bottom, and the bottom doesn't overtake the top either. Okay, so then my what's her name? brain fart. My house Gryffindor is Expecto Patronum. It's a letter opener. So there's Hedwig, and then for Hufflepuff I made this simple little keychain. And then I got treats. I went to Five Below because I had gotten, that's where I had found the Harry Potter gummies, the Haribo, whatever, not Haribo, yeah, Haribo. Sorry, I had gotten Lacy them for our cowgirl swap, but when she announced this swap, I was like gonna save the candy. I was like, you know what, girl, just send it. You can find it again. So when I went to Five Below, I couldn't find him. I was like, oh no, what do I do? So I found this. I found these, and then these little butterbeer chews, and I was like, okay, they'll just get that. And then, but I was like, they have to have them. They weren't in the normal gummy section where I had found them last time, but I was going to pay, and they had them on like an end cap, and it was all Harry Potter stuff. I was like, well, there you are, suckos. And so there's Ron, I'll say Ginny, Hermione, and Harry. And then I just wrote a little note to her, and then my swap partner has a note too. And then I used this not crochet, what's it called? I forgot what it's called, but this stuff, I just picked a color per house and just tied it up like that. Let me leave this out because I almost forgot it. And then inside is are my bangles. I made one for each house. I just especially because to me, like, the metals, like gold goes more with Gryffindor, and Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw and Slytherin are more silver. Even though I don't mind mixing metals, I was just like, you know what, let me just do one for each house. So here's the little Ravenclaw one. There's spiders, there's a hand, there's the Deathly Hallows, and then here is the Slytherin. Here's a graveyard, or a headstone, more spider webs. I love these bead caps, the spider ones. I just wish they fit on bigger beads. I think these are like 14 or 16 millimeter. I'm like, I wish they fit on my 18 and 20 millimeter. Anyways, and then this is the Hufflepuff one. There's a little lantern, little skulls. And then for the Gryffindor, I got these charms from Tamika. And so pretty much all the charms except for Luna, she didn't really fit anywhere, especially because she was gold, so I'm keeping her. Sorry, not sorry. But Harry, Ron, there's another Harry, there's a Hermione, there's a Professor McGonagall. That sounds weird. Anyway, they were all gold. They're all Gryffindor, so yeah. And then I got these bees. I don't think I got them from Tamika. I think I bought them on my own. But they're all just Harry. I thought they were going to have all the characters. They're all just Harry and different. I was like, whatever. So they all ended up in this thingy on this angle. And then here's their little trolley, their little cart to go through platform 9 3/4. And then so you guys can take them apart, do whatever. And then they're on these little hooks, the blue moon and the red moon. And that's it. I hope Lacy likes my swap, and whoever receives the other one, I'll link her down below. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.